Today we could call the parable of the talents the parable of the cowardly servant, since out of fear he hides his master's money instead of investing it like the other servants and multiplying it. The talent that has been given to us, the treasure of truth, has been given to us as a service to others. It must not be hidden. It must be shared, so that it may work and renew humanity like yeast. Prayer of the Day. Today we contemplate the parable of the talents. In Jesus we see a change of style in his message. The proclamation of the kingdom is no longer limited to pointing out its proximity, but also describes its content through stories. It is time for parables. A great man decides to embark on a long journey and entrusts all his wealth to his servants. He could have distributed it equally, but he did not do so. He gave to each according to his ability, 5, 2, and 1 talent. With that money, each servant was able to capitalize on the start of a good business. The first 2 set about managing their deposits, but the third, out of fear or laziness, preferred to keep it, avoiding any investment. He shut himself up in the comfort of his own poverty. The master returned and demanded accountability. He rewarded the courage of the first 2, who doubled the deposit entrusted to them. The treatment of the prudent servant was very different. The message of the parable remains highly relevant today. The progressive separation between church and state is not a bad thing, quite the contrary. However, this global and progressive mindset hides a side effect that is dangerous for Christians. Being the living image of that third servant whom the master, the biblical figure of God the Father, rebuked with great severity. Without malice, out of pure convenience or fear, we run the risk of hiding and reducing our Christian faith to the private sphere of family and close friends. The gospel cannot remain a mere reading and sterile contemplation. We must courageously and riskily administer our Christian vocation in our own social and professional environment, proclaiming the figure of Christ with words and witness. St. Augustine comments, "Those of us who preach the word of God to the people are not so far removed from the human condition and from reflection based on faith that we do not see our dangers. But we are comforted by the fact that, where there is danger for us because of our ministry, there we have the help of your prayers." God bless you.